Hello and welcome to my channel. This is English TV with Miss Shari. Today we're going to revise on the 2023 paper 1 and we're going to analyze 2023 paper 1 and seeing how it was. So paper 1 mostly tests on functional skills. It has 3 questions. Number 1 has 20 marks, and then we have a closed test with 10 marks, and then number 3 has 30 marks. So we're going to look at what K.C.S.E 2023 paper 1 was made of. So here's number 1. Number 1 asked, imagine that at the beginning of the year you made a resolution to maintain a personal journal of the most memorable occurrences. The most significant occurrence of the year were your birthday, a cousin's wedding, a visit to your school by His Excellency the President, and your participation in a marathon to raise funds for children with heart ailments. Present the entries for the 4 occurrences. So, number 1 tested on a personal journal. So, a personal journal is something you write on the experiences you see, what you go through, how your day was, for example. A journal is a written record of the things you do, the things you see, the things you experience every day. Memories are often unreliable, and keeping a record of the significant occurrences helps us to remember them. So, first of all, we have to note the significant occurrences that the question asked. So, the question told you that the most significant occurrences of the year were your birthday. So, you have to take note of these occurrences. They have said the occurrences that happened during this year were your birthday. The most significant occurrences of the year were your birthday, a cousin's wedding, a visit by His Excellency the President, and number 4 was your participation in a marathon to raise funds for children with heart ailments. So, when you want to, in writing, first of all, you always have to create a draft copy before you create your clean copy. So, on your rough copy, you want to make note of what is supposed to be inside your journal. So in this case, you're supposed to have a birthday, the significant occurrences that have happened to you through the year. For example, the birthday, a visit by the president, a cousin's wedding, and your participation in a marathon to help children with ailments. So, second of all, you want to ask yourself, what is a personal journal? This is a record written of the things you do, the things you experience every day. So the question told you to talk about your birthday, a cousin's wedding, and a participation in the marathon. So what are you supposed to have in a journal? It's what you have to ask yourself as the first question. So a personal journal should have the date, the day of the week, the year, the month, etc. So the personal journal, you have to include the date, you have to include the date, the month, the year, and sometimes the day of the week. The date can be 10th, 11th, 12th, any date that is contained in a month. The month can be January, February, March, April, so on. And the year can be, so in this case, that year was 2023, and then The day of the week should be the day of the week that these events are happening. Some personal journals contain all this, but if yours doesn't have this, you have to write your own. So let's go on and try to write this personal journal. So, number one, you are to write about your birthday. So, first of all, you can write which day of the week is it. It could be and before this, you always have to write personal journal. So, at the top of this, you want to go on and write yeah, so the first memorable occurrence that occurred during that year or during the year 2023 was your birthday. And it turns out that your birthday date is Saturday, 25th April 2023. So you're going to write the things you experienced that day, the things you saw, what happened, what did you do. That is what you're going to enter to be the entry on that part. So have an example here. I can write you have to write also my example here is every birthday is a new beginning and mine is finally here. I'm going to have a great day as I'm taking a trip to Masai Mara. For a present, I'm adopting a puppy and will name it Cinnamon. I also hope to learn new skills this year, not taking life for granted. So you're just going to record the things you do. What did you do? What did you see? What was the experience? Just briefly write how the day went, how the day was. How was the day for you? What did you see? What did you do? What did you experience? Did you meet someone new? These are the things you want to write inside your journal. So the second experience was a cousin's wedding. So let's assume the cousin's wedding was on Saturday, 12. So you write the date and then you write about the wedding. What happened in the wedding? What was the most enjoyable thing about that day? Who did you see or whom did you see? What flavor of cake did you have? What kind of food did you have? You write these things in brief on that day, the things that you live to remember and relive the moment. So the third experience was a visit to your school by the Excellency, the President. So you can mention maybe this was you want to write down how that day was, what time did the president get into school, how was the entertainment, what did the president say, what you live to remember about his speech and everything else that happened during this day and what you enjoyed about the day. Sometimes you might take part in one or two things through the day, and these are the things you want to note down and live to remember what happened. So the fourth thing was your participation in a marathon. So this was about the president's visit. Fourth thing can be your participation in in a marathon, so you can write maybe so you can write how you participated in that marathon. Did you win? Did you end up last? What was the most enjoyable thing about that day? What happened, etc. So you write the things you enjoyed the most, why you participated in that marathon, and how you think you live to remember this day. So that is how you write your journal. Fill in as much as you want. You can be brief as long as you're brief. And after that, you want to frame your work. You place your work in a nice frame using a ruler, of course. Just trying to frame it. After you're done, always frame your work. So that was number 1 of 2023 paper 1. Let us take a look at 2023 paper 2.